Good day to our research advisor, Mamumaya Elian. I am Ryan David Bugalay and I would like to greet you a pleasant day. We would like to present our proposal study entitled Effectiveness of Using Appropriate Tools and Equipment and Performance of Bread and Pastry Production, together with my group mates, Ms. Kiflin Dimabibas, Ms. Kay Ann Amistoso, and Mr. Kimbrel Candalamin. For the introduction and background of the study, here is Mr. Candalamin.
Thank you, Mr. Bagalay. I am Kimberly Candalamin for the introduction and background of study. What is the topic area that you are investigating? The topic area that we are investigating is to seek and discover the effectiveness of using appropriate tools and equipment and performance of bread and pastry production. What are the specific research questions that you set out to answer? Here are the specific questions that we prepare to gather our survey. Number 1. What is the demographic profiles in terms of age, types of school attended, economic background of the student? The demographic profiles we use are age, education, intensity. By determining their background, we use the demographic profiles intensity so that we know the cultures and practice also in terms of age of the students. We use demographic profiles is determining their age and the tally the information in our tally sheet and last the type of school they attended. We use demographic profiles education to determine the types of school to where they belong.
Number 2. What are the levels of proficiency of using tools and equipment in the school of the students? The higher degree of competence is the cookery or hospitality management, for we know that by cooking their dishes, they use approximately tools and equipment for their operations. Why is this question important to answer? Because it helps to the future researchers to have an idea on how they are going to gather their questionnaire in their research paper and how they are able to answer it. What were the objectives of your research? The objectives of our research is to widen the mind of the students on how to use appropriate tools and equipment in performance of bread and pastry production, and to gather reliable source and information so that the future researchers will not be able to use their time in finding reliable sources.
The relevant current research that is close to our topic are the basic trends in bread, bakery, and pastry innovation are related to health, pleasure, and convenience. This article analyzes how culinary trends are influencing product innovation in breads and similar products. New cassette and leading chefs consider bread and bakery not solely a complement to the dishes served in the restaurants but a fundamental aspect of their innovation offerings. A case study of various leading small innovation firms in Spain will serve as an example of the drivers of innovation and critical elements in this craft. The influence of these innovation trends in the bread and dessert industry will be analyzed as well. According to G. Martinez, Mouse, February 19, 2013, different theories that may apply to your specific area of research according to Karen 2003. Spread in particular is one of the oldest types of baked goods. It was made around 10,000 years BCE. The origins of bread making. The origins of bread making are lost in prehistory when primitive men discovered that the seeds of some plant could be cross-head mixed with water and heated on the fire to make the most common ingredients used in bread are flour, water, lard, yeast. Bread is a comparatively different food product than other commonly used baked goods as altogether are learned product resulting from the fermentation of sugars present in wet flour. Bread is one of the oldest food consumed in the world and is obtained by baking a dough prepared from wet flour, possibly mixed with other legumes or potatoes. First in bakery products and salt is introduced into the dough space in the form saturated for concentrated solutions in the production of bakery goods such as bread and pastry. The study was to critique and food adulteration trends associated with cereals and bakery products. According to Autocracy, Pumwell 2018, in the field of bread and pastry production is very sensitive from the aspect of quality analysis and application of the newest standards, which requires faking a number of measures from providing and receiving raw materials to the distributions of finished product. Baking is a common name for the production of baked goods such as bread, cake, pastries, biscuits, crackers, cookies, pies, and tortillas, where the ingredients is the most essential key source of enzyme substrate for the product.
Good day, Ma'am Omaya Elian. Today, I will be discussing about the methodology of our study. The type of study that we conducted is a quantitative research, which attempts to determine process whereby evidence is evaluated. Theories and hypotheses are refined, technical advances are made which researchers use to test theories about people's attitudes and behaviors based on numerical and statistical evidence. The methods that we use in our study is the descriptive method, which guides the researcher during the scientific method in the search for answer to questions such as who, what, where, when, and no matter why. The details of the population sampling methods and other informations are 10 students in Lalaan National High School that are going to use and determine and how to use the tools and equipment and performance of bread and pastry production, and 10 bake shops and bake shop owner to set as our respondents in our research study. The sample design that we use is the simple random sampling. In this sampling method, each member of the population has an exactly equal chance of being selected and used to make statistical inferences about a population. It helps ensure high internal validity. Randomization is the best method to reduce the impact of potential confounding variables. The researcher decided of having a survey. In doing a survey, we distributed questionnaires to the selected bake shop owners and bakers in 10 different bake shops and let them answer it honestly.